I believe in you. Like, truly, I believe in you. I believe that you can lose this weight and keep it off and not completely hate your life. I believe. Alrighty, guys, gals, non-binary pals, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Before we get into it, if you would love to join these lovely people here on the side of the screen, they are here live while I'm recording this. This happens on Twitch. I stream on Twitch every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, right around 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you are interested, there is always a link in the description of all of these videos. You can click that. It's completely free to join, and we have a lot of fun. So today, this video I had no plans on talking about. I didn't even know it existed until as I was streaming, it popped up. And so this is really me not having much. I didn't watch this video usually I do that, but this kind of came up as I was streaming. So we are going to be talking about Trisha Paytas, and they have this video that is titled, "I'm Just Fat and I Give Up." Now, Trisha has been going through a lot of things. There's just been a lot. I know there's a lot, and like I could bring it all up, but I'm sure I'm going to miss something. There's a lot of stuff. I know, like veganism and stuff with their husband or husband-to-be. There's a ton of stuff. All the frenemy stuff. Like there's obviously a lot of lore, but we are going to be focusing on, I know the veganism stuff is crazy, but we're going to be focusing on this video because, of course, I'm curious. I am just fat and I give up is the title of this video. So let's see what Trish has to say.
All right. So I'm a little frustrated this morning, and I'm going to let this out and release this because I just need to release it and move on with my day. Sorry, I didn't even put that right in front of you. Just move on with my day and not let this affect me, but like it's really affecting me this morning.
I don't know what's going on with that shirt, but it's kind of cool. I'm going to be honest.
And that is that I'm fat. Okay.
I'm sorry. All right, I'm sorry. I wasn't expecting that. I'm going to roll that back a little bit. Okay.
And move on with my day. Sorry, I didn't even put that right in front of you. Just move on with my day and not let this affect me, but like it's really affecting me this morning. And that is that I'm fat. Okay, that's so good. I'm fat. I'm fat and I feel like just freaking giving up because I have been doing cardio like literally every day. This already expired? Of course it did. We have one vegan creamer and it's already expired. Oh my God. Okay, am I gonna just have to have this? Like, I'm really trying to like make this vegan choice, this vegan lifestyle, and it's actually like so difficult. I'm so annoyed. Let's see what we have. I swear I've gotten, how is that vegan? How is that still in there? That non-dairy, okay. Is this vegan?
I don't think any of those creamers are actually vegan. I think a lot of them will have no lactose in it, but it will still have like milk products, so they're technically not vegan from what I understand.
It's got almond milk. Is it still good?
It's just amazing. Just this video so far.
So how did that one expire? Okay, we're using this. So look at that. How am I supposed to die when there's like a chocolate cake in my fridge at all times? I opened up this fridge and it's freaking chocolate cake. All right. I hope this is vegan. I think it is. Okay. I literally had that silk in there for so long because I've been wanting to do the vegan thing for so long, but today is the day that I do it. I just do it because, like, honestly, like, I feel like I haven't even been eating that bad. Like, I had that week of, like, fast food. Oh, my God, I can't even open this. Of, like, fast food, like, a binge, and I felt horrible, and I was like, okay, no more fast food, but...
She knows what's up. That's about the amount of creamer I use in my coffee as well. Yeah.
I guess I should have put ice in this. Oh, well. I'm just so tired of being fat, okay?
So I don't, again, I haven't watched this video yet, so I don't know if they are doing, I don't know if in their head it's like veganism equals weight loss, but that's definitely not true. Like, it's very easy to gain weight while being vegan. It's very easy to maintain weight. It's very easy to lose weight. Just like the reason I say it like that is because it's like any other diet, right? So being vegan does not automatically equal weight loss at all. Like, it definitely doesn't mean that. And honestly, being vegan, I have no issues with it. I have no qualms. It is difficult though. Like, being vegan and sticking to a vegan lifestyle while trying to be trying to be healthy, trying to maybe like be into fitness, it is very difficult because you have to just be more aware of the food that you are eating. Like, it is more difficult. It's not impossible at all by any means, but it's just a little bit harder. Some macros are a little bit harder to get. Some little things that you might need are a little bit harder to get. Not saying that you shouldn't do it. If it's something that calls to you and speaks to you, absolutely go ahead and do it. But it definitely makes it more difficult, especially if you're struggling with weight loss and you're going to go vegan. It's going to make it a little bit more difficult. It doesn't mean that it's impossible. Okay, sorry.
Like, I know this is supposed to go into my mantras and affirmations and law of attractions, but like, I am fat. I tell myself every day I'm skinny, and you know what? I wake up and I'm still fat. I'm still over 200 pounds. I don't understand. Pumpkin spice just tastes different after Halloween. I don't know. I know we're still like in like Thanksgiving season, but I seriously work out so much, like 3 hours a day. I've tried
Okay, so here again, we're just gonna focus on this video. So when I hear stuff like this, I hear this a lot of, oh, I work out so much, why can't I lose weight? The way that I like to explain weight loss, the way that I like to explain, dieting and all of that stuff is fitness happens in the gym, weight loss happens in the kitchen, right? So if your goal is to lose weight, you should be very focused on the calories that you are eating, the foods that you are putting into your mouth. You should be focused on your intake, right? If your goal is fitness, right, you should be focused on what you are doing in the gym. I mean, as well as what you're eating. Obviously, that's always super important. But you should not think, I work out a lot, so therefore I should be losing weight. Because the easiest way to explain it is incredibly easy to eat 1,000 calories, right? It's very easy, but it is incredibly difficult to burn 1,000 calories. Like, I'm not trying to be nitpicky. I'm not trying to nitpick Trisha. Like, that's not what I'm trying to do here. That's not what I normally do. But if we saw, like, the amount of creamer that was used in the coffee, that's a lot of calories. And that could be something that you could cut out. I'm not saying you have to, because I like to put creamer in my coffee, right? But it's just, you have to be aware of all of that stuff. Like, that is going to add at least 150, maybe more calories in your day by just that creamer alone in that one coffee. So imagine if you're having a couple coffees, you're adding that much creamer every time, that's going to add up. So that's why you should be focused on what you are eating versus what you are doing in the gym, right? That's super, super important.
Intermittent fasting. I try I literally count calories. I literally count calories, and they literally do. Aside from that 1 week fast food binge, I literally do under 2,000 calories, and I burn minimum 2,000 calories. And I'm usually I'm usually like 1,600 calories of intake. And I know minimum I burn at 2,000 calories. Like, probably more.
Okay, so here, I'm not here to say this person is lying or telling the truth or whatever. All right, so what I want to focus on is on the words that are being spoken. And I hear this a lot. When people message me, they want to lose weight. They say, I only eat this many calories. A lot of times, they're actually not lying. Okay, this might be a little bit of a hot take. A lot of times, they're actually not lying, but they also aren't telling the truth. What does that mean? Okay, it makes no sense. So they will be eating that many calories for 3 days out of the week, 4 days out of the week. But then they eat way more than that on those other days, but they just kind of are like, you know what? We messed up on those days, but that's not what I always do. And so people will think that, oh, I'm doing so well on these days, and that's what they focus on. But the sad truth is, those days that you overeat, those days that you binge, those days that you go over, that adds to the weekly amount of calories that you are eating. So you can't just be like, when you're messaging someone asking for help, focus on the days that you do well and then kind of omit maybe the things that on the days that you don't do well. All of that stuff goes into your weekly calories. And then on top of that, the other thing is a lot of people will genuinely believe that they are eating 1,600, 1,200, whatever amount of calories that they say they're eating. But they are not great at tracking. Tracking is a skill. It takes time to get good at it. It's not something that you just do, bam, automatic, you are good at it. It takes time. So you think you are eating this amount of calories when in reality you're eating more because you didn't track the creamer that you put in your coffee, you didn't track this, you didn't track that. Oh my God, I'm 700 calories over what I thought. Why am I not losing weight? Right? That happens a lot as well. Not saying Trisha is doing either of those, but usually when you're saying you're eating this amount of calories, you're burning that amount, and you should be losing weight, that usually means that something is off. Maybe there's some medical stuff. I would say talk to a doctor, right? I'm obviously not a doctor, but I also am a doctor. But I'm just saying for most people, there's usually a way to explain why weight loss isn't happening.
More because they say naturally if your body does absolutely nothing, you're just like a lazy fat piece of, like you burn 1,500 calories just literally existing, just literally sitting. You burn that much.
So 1,500, it just depends. So what they're talking about here is your BMR, your basal metabolic rate. I also like to call it your coma calories. So you do burn a certain amount of calories by doing literally nothing. If you are in a coma, that's why I call it coma calories. If you're in a coma, that's why they have to put you on a drip. They have to feed you while you're in a coma because you will lose weight, right? So that is true, but it's not going to be 1,500 for everybody. It might be 1,000 for some people. It might be 2,000 for some people. It's going to be different depending on the person, right? But that technically is not untrue.
Throughout the day, I go 3 hours a day, and yes, I know those calorie things aren't accurate, but it's usually over 1,000 calories that I burn, which also increases my metabolism. So let's just say I didn't even burn 1,000 on the actual elliptical. I'm pretty sure I burned that throughout the day because my metabolism is just going. So that's an extra 1,000 on top of the 1,500. Therefore, I burn 2,500 calories a day.
So again, this is probably true. You probably do burn that many calories in a day. I wouldn't be that surprised because I'm not trying to sound mean, but Trisha is I'm not sure how tall they are, but she's, they're kind of bigger. So the larger you are, the more calories you burn, the bigger your BMR is, because the larger you are, it just takes more calories to be that size. So once you start losing weight, your BMR starts getting lower. That's why people always say, oh, I lost weight and I ruined my metabolism. It's like, no, you got smaller and your metabolism also got smaller. That doesn't mean you ruined it. That's just what happens. That's how it works, right? Someone that is 6 foot, 300 pounds is going to have a faster metabolism than someone that is 5 foot, 120 pounds. That's very normal. That doesn't mean you ruined your metabolism.
And again, maybe more because I do lift weights. I do all that stuff like that. And I just, I did start lifting weights maybe. I'm not gonna cry about it. I just am like, if this vegan thing doesn't work out for me, I'm giving up. I'm going back to the fast food life. I'm going back to the pasta life. I haven't had carbs.
So this honestly is, I don't want to say it's sad, but I understand where they're coming from. I know that there are a lot of people that have been in this position where this is why I get so upset at these fad diets or these things when they say, oh, you'll lose 15 pounds in a week or whatever. It's frustrating to me because it makes people feel like they have to go super hard to lose this weight. And then if they don't lose the weight, they think there's something wrong with them. Trisha, I would say go see a doctor and see if there is maybe something going on with your hormones, all that stuff, because that definitely can make things harder. Absolutely. But I believe in you. Truly, I believe in you. I believe that you can lose this weight and keep it off and not completely hate your life. I believe. That this is not me trying to be judgmental. This is not me trying to be I can do it, so why? I truly believe in the center of my being that anyone can lose weight and keep it off. It's hard. It is. But I believe you can do it. So it's so sad and frustrating seeing stuff like this because I know there are so many people that feel the same way as you. And if people want to go, oh, you're not eating that, blah, blah, blah. Regardless, if you want to lose the weight, I believe you can do it. And not in a way that you feel like I hate this and it's horrible. Like, I really do believe that.
Carbs are pasta in pasta. I've had carbs. I've had pasta and cheese in literally like 2 weeks. I didn't have cheese on some nachos. So like pasta and Parmesan cheese is what I'm thinking. Like pasta, butter noodles, cheese. Like the worst thing you can possibly have. I haven't had that in so long. I had big ziti like a week, 10 days ago. And on top of that, you want to see what's sitting next to me? Witch hazel wipes. You know why? Because I think I have a freaking hemorrhoid coming in. Right before my wedding. Really? How am I supposed to just starfish it out on my wedding night? You know what I mean?
That was funny. But what they were saying earlier is like, this is the issue is like, it's very, you can tell it's very, some foods are good, some foods are bad. Pasta in and of itself is not bad. There is nothing wrong with pasta. You can absolutely eat pasta and lose weight. The only thing with pasta is that it usually has quite a bit of calories for not much volume. So it's not the best choice if you are trying to lose weight. But you absolutely can eat pasta and lose weight. I promise you, you can eat bread and lose weight. How do I know? Because while I was losing weight, I used to eat 2 sandwiches basically every day. Bread is not the devil. Pasta is not the devil. Chocolate is not the devil. Soda, diet soda is not the devil. Being in a caloric surplus, if you are trying to lose weight, is the quote-unquote devil. That is the thing that is going to stop you from losing weight. It's not carbs, it's not fat, it's not protein, it's not candy, it's not sweets, it's not all these things. It's any of those things in too much of an amount. It's that simple, right? Weight loss is simple. It's not easy, but it is simple. And like the more that you really just believe that, you have to believe it, because it's hard to believe that. I'm going on a rant, but I can't help it. It's hard to believe that because of what we see now. When we see the diet culture, when we see all of these things, oh, I should do veganism, which isn't really a way to lose weight, but regardless, right? I'm going to do veganism. I'm going to do intermittent fasting. I'm going to do 1 meal a day. I'm going to do keto. I'm going to do carnivore. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do all of these things. Oh, none of them worked. I can't lose weight. That's where people end up. For me, I know, and I'm usually I don't go in absolutes, but I know that you don't have to do any of those things if losing weight is the goal that you have. You can use all of those as tools, fine. But as long as you are in a caloric deficit, for the vast majority of people, you will lose weight. You don't have to do any of those diets. You can if you want. Your life, you can make that decision, but you don't have to. And the issue that I have is so many people feel like they have to do those diets, and if they don't, they won't lose weight. That's the issue.
Okay. I feel so frustrated. What is even behind me? Robert Pattinson shirt. Moses is like, is this a character from Twilight? It's Robert Pattinson! I just feel like I'm a little bit at a standstill. Like, and you know what? Sometimes I do read comments, and the comments I read is like, oh, there goes the wedding diet. There goes this. Still fat. Her fake weight loss journey. It's like I've showed on the scale 20 pounds. And yes, I fluctuated from 20 down to 30. Back up 25 pounds, and guess what? If I go on the scale right now, I don't even want to go. Let's go. Let's go on the freaking scale. Why not? Why?
See, this is, I know I sound like a broken record because I feel like I end up talking about this in every video, but this is why I am not a fan for a lot of people vlogging or sharing your weight loss journey online, Because especially when you're someone like Trisha, who, you know, like in the past was definitely a troll and they've admitted to that and all that stuff. But like now you're going to deal with people that just want to see you fail. It's sad, but that happens. And with Trisha, like there are a lot of people that want to see them fail. And whether or not, like, I know there's a lot of other stuff going on. I get it. But I'm focusing on this. I'm focusing on, I want to lose weight. Why can't I lose weight? It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter if you're Trisha Paytas, if you're Ethan Klein, if you're just some random person on the internet that sends me a message, if you're Jaclyn Hill, if you're this person, if you're that person. The basics, those are the things that will work for you, right? So that's what we're talking about here. I know there's always other things going on with people that we talk about when we talk about videos. I know there's always other stuff going on. I'm focusing on what the here and the now. This person wants to lose weight and they feel like they can't, and I believe they can, right? So that's what we're doing here.
I freaking not. I'm gonna probably cry. I'm going to probably cry. Oh my gosh, okay. It's like, okay. I'm just not. Okay, this is probably literally the worst idea I've ever had, but let's just see.
So before we even see the result or see the reaction, I want to talk about the scale, right? So a lot of people, the scale ends up being the judge, the jury, the executioner, is the everything. It is all you. It is what you base how good your day is going to be, how bad your day is going to be. The scale, one, is not evil. A lot of people like to put it that way. I don't think the scale is evil, but I also don't think the scale is everything. The scale is a tool, just like looking in the mirror and seeing how you look. That's a tool. Just like seeing your measurements. That's a tool. Just like all of these things are tools. Weight, in my opinion, might be the worst one, actually, because of how much it can fluctuate every single day, right? Like I'm not joking, can fluctuate between 10 and 15 pounds in a day, easily. Like, no joke, right? It is very easy to fluctuate that much for me. I think part of it's because of the loose skin and all that stuff. It kind of messes with it. But it's not the best way to look at things. But if you can use it as a tool, then by all means, go for it. I'm not team throw away your scale. I'm team throw away your scale. If you feel like you need to do it, then by all means, go ahead and do it. But saying that the scale is going to make you cry, to me, that's a red flag of, okay, maybe we're putting too much emphasis on what the scale says, right?
Oh my god. I'm 217. Closer to 218. Are you seeing that? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. That means it's fine.
So again, when I see this stuff, it is really sad. Like, I know people might say, oh, it's just an act that they're putting on, whatever. But like, I know there are people that feel that way, that see that and they feel that way. And so for me, the scale, like if you are going to weigh yourself, one, be naked. I'm not saying you should weigh yourself naked but I'm just saying, like, if you want to weigh yourself, do it after you go to the bathroom in the morning, right? So you don't have any food in your stomach. Do it while you're not wearing clothes. Definitely not a towel on your head. That's probably going to be adding quite a bit of weight. And after you've gone to the bathroom, those are important things. And then keep it that way every time. A lot of people like to weigh themselves at different times in the day. And again, you can fluctuate a lot in a single day, right? So if you are going to weigh yourself, you have to do it maybe once a day at the most, right? I know a lot of people don't like to weigh themselves every day. I personally feel like if it's not affecting your mentality, being able to see that trend line every single day and seeing that it does fluctuate every day can actually be helpful. But if you don't want to do it every day, that's fine. But if you are going to do it once a week or something like that, you need to make every time you weigh yourself everything has to be as the same as humanly possible, so you're getting the best result and the best actual number that you can, right? Okay.
Like, at least I'm not 220, right? At least I'm not 220, right? That means, oh my god. Like, look, now the only thing I can be is like my saving grace. I have been lifting weights, so, oh my god, no. I was literally, oh my god. I was literally 204, like literally 2 weeks ago. I'm so... No. No. How did I gain 13 freaking pounds?
again, I know that I'm kind of like just saying this over and over again, but you can fluctuate 13 pounds in a day. Like you definitely can. That's a little extreme, but you can definitely fluctuate, 7-8 pounds, like 1,000%.
I don't understand this. Like, I truly don't. I cut out crumble cookies. Wow. It's that week of fast food. Like, I literally binged so much because not only did I eat that fast food, I was like eating after it too. Oh my God.
I mean, yeah, that'll definitely not help, especially like, again, fast food in and of itself is not the devil, I don't think. But a lot of times fast food has a ton of sodium in it, which the more sodium you eat, the more water you hold on to. So all of those things will go into you being like more bloated, you weighing more. But again, you are not gaining 13 pounds of fat in 2 weeks unless you are like literally nonstop eating an unbelievable amount of food. But even then, it would be really hard. Maybe if you were really, really lean, right? Like stage lean, and then you binge for 2 weeks, after doing a physique show, maybe then. But like for someone like Trisha, I really doubt, and I'm saying this because I want this to be encouraging, I really doubt that you are adding 13 pounds of fat in that amount of time. Truly.
Okay. How many calories are any of this stuff I'm drinking? I probably shouldn't even be drinking this. Like, 10 calories. Okay. Well.
So that was the perfect thing to explain what I've been saying. Looking at the calories of the coffee, but not the creamer, which is going to be adding, I don't know, maybe they check it later, but like the creamer is going to be adding the calories, right? When people are like, oh, I ate this thing, but then they're not adding the fact that they dipped it in a bunch of ranch or they put this sauce on it. Like all of those things add to the calories, usually a lot of times more than the actual food. A perfect example, people like burgers. Burgers are not good for losing weight. You can't have a hamburger and lose weight. Oh my gosh. But a lot of times burgers, if you're getting one that's not super like fatty, it has, it's a pretty mild, like, 93.7 lean meat that you're using, right? You have a piece of cheese on it, 2 pieces of bread. That's not a terrible meal. But if you are having a ton of fries on the side that are deep fried fries, right? And then you're having a soda and maybe a milkshake, yeah, that's going to add a lot of calories, right? But the burger itself, that main part of the meal, doesn't have that many calories and it isn't that terrible for you. But a lot of people just like, oh, burgers are terrible, you can't have those.
Damn it, I'm so mad at myself. I'm so mad at myself. That means I'm really only down. I start at 234, 224, 10 pounds. 14 pounds to get to 220. So I'm only like, wait, what? 14 pounds to get to 220. So I'm like 17 pounds. I'm 17 pounds down. Oh my God.
And this is like a perfect example of, like, this is what I deal with. I get this a lot. Like, you're hitting a plateau, people get really frustrated. But this is the moment, right? This is what I talk a lot about, especially on the streams. But you fell off the wagon, right? Say you fell off the wagon. Oh, no. A lot of people feel like, well, the wagon's gone, and there's nothing I can do about it. The way I like to see it is if you fall off that wagon has stopped moving. It's no longer moving because you're driving it. So that wagon is still there. All you have to do is get back on the wagon. That's it. The wagon hasn't left you. It's still waiting for you to hop back on. So in this moment, a lot of people feel, what's the point? I give up. And the name of this video is I'm just fat and I give up. A lot of people feel like I give up. What's the point? The point is that if this is something you really want, get back on that freaking wagon and keep pushing, right? Keep moving forward. You can do that. The wagon hasn't left you. Just get back on. But a lot of people feel like, what's the point? And then they turn around, they leave the wagon there, and they start walking backwards. That's not going to help you. Don't leave the wagon. Get back on. Let's keep going. There's no reason to start walking back. Or in a better analogy is they get in front of the wagon and start pushing it backwards. Why would you do that? You're just making it harder for yourself. Get back on and keep moving.
I had that 1 week of spiraling and damn. My weight fluctuates so freaking much. That's a lot. I didn't even realize. Wow.
Again, weight fluctuations are very normal for everyone. And then for women, it's even, a lot of times it's actually a lot more you're dealing with, especially when you're dealing with menstrual stuff. All that stuff goes into your, how much you weigh, and it really does play a huge role.
Wow. That week of binging, I was doing so good too. Okay. I'm not gonna cry. We're gonna just keep it moving as we always do. I'm shook. Oh my God, I'm shook. Okay. We're gonna keep it moving. I'm gonna finish my coffee. I'm on this vegan journey now. I'm gonna try.
Personally, I like hot coffee a lot more than iced coffee. In my opinion, it's better, but whatever.
Not eat all the yummy vegan food that sounds yummy, like vegan nachos, vegan wings. I want to try them, but if you guys have any vegan suggestions, let me know. Something I cook at home that's healthy. I don't know. It's not even about the wedding. It's literally just about me feeling good. And I just don't. And I had a little breakdown yesterday because I don't feel good. But at the end of the day, I'm just you know what? I'm just fat. People know me as fat. This is my brand. That's who I am. So then I'm why even bother? I should just go have that chocolate cake in the fridge. That's how I think.
I mean, I know that a lot of people can relate to this. Maybe not saying it's your brand or whatever, but again, this is the danger of your brand becoming your size and feeling like if I lose weight, then I will lose followers. That, as much as that might sound silly, that is obviously something they are dealing with, and that makes something that's already difficult, which is losing weight, even more difficult. And it's something that I understand not a lot of people deal with, but that is definitely going to be an added stressor that's going to make it harder, 100%.
That's my belly. I'm sorry, guys. I just feel very defeated and sad. And I didn't weigh myself on purpose after the binge week. But damn. Okay, well, thanks for listening to me rant. Any of my other fatties out there just I'm fat. I used to be fat and happy, and now I'm just fat, period, happy. But not fat and happy. Not happy because I'm fat, not happy, I used to be okay with my weight. I'm not okay with my weight anymore. Between the freaking breast implant illness thing, possibly, and skin, and just not feeling good. I'm so tired of just not feeling good. And I just really need to make dietary changes today. I thought it was enough to just do my 3 hours on the freaking elliptical.
This is actually a very good video, and I'm not trying to sound mean of what you shouldn't be doing. And I'm not trying to be mean, but that mentality, you have to throw it away. You have to get rid of that. This is a hot take, and you know what? This is a hill I'm willing to die on. I personally believe if you are trying to lose weight, doing a bunch of exercise is going to make it actually harder. I'm going to say that again. I personally believe if you are trying to lose a good amount of weight, doing a bunch of exercise is going to make it harder. What do I mean by that? When you do a lot of exercise, one, you are hungrier because you burned a lot of calories, and two, it is much easier for yourself to be able to go out and eat these things because it's so easy to say to yourself, well, I did the elliptical for 3 hours, so I deserve this food. So I personally believe, while I think working out is great, and I'm not saying you shouldn't, doing a ton of cardio and doing it 3 hours a day, 1,000% is making it harder than it needs to be. That's a hill I will die on.
And it's just not enough. So I don't know if you're out there and you're I'm fat and grateful. Like, I'm grateful for where I am now because I know this is like my journey. And I feel like this is like the start of my journey. So I'm very grateful where I'm at right now. I'm grateful that I gained it back to really kick myself in gear and like do what's better by my body, which is like not putting dairy and like, you know, I'm grateful. So I'm thankful and I'm happy. And I'm fat, but I'm not happy because I'm fat. I think I'm blocking myself from total happiness because I'm fat, but it's fine. Sorry. All right, that's my rant. Sorry. Thank you for listening. I'm going to start this journey for real. I'm going vegan. Just for my own, you know?
Alrighty. Well, that was the video there. I feel like I said everything that I need to say. Again, just to end this, I believe that Trisha can lose the weight. I believe that you can lose the weight and that you can keep it off. I just personally believe there are certain things that you think are good that are actually making it harder than it needs to be. And so, again, if you ever want to reach out and actually just ask me some questions, it doesn't have to be on live. It doesn't have to be on a video. It can be completely private. I will answer any questions that you have, and I will give you the knowledge that I have. I'm not sitting here trying to hate on you. I'm not sitting here to try and be mean. I believe that you can lose the weight, and I believe that you can keep it off. Truly. And I would love to share, you know, the information that I have. That's all I got to say.